Audio test. Audio test. Audio test. Audio test. Okay. I know it's my phone. Yeah, but I can't sit behind you. Yeah. Oh, that one. Hey, hi, Polly. It's 6 o'clock? Yes, it is. Good evening, everyone. It's 6 p.m. And if y'all have been to my previous council town hall meetings, I like to start on time, end on time. Welcome everyone to come out tonight. I have some things to talk about what's going on with District 6 and to answer your questions. If I can't answer your questions tonight, I will get back with you by tomorrow. I am a little under the weather, allergies. This time of the year, it always hits me hard. So with that being said, we're going to start with a brief presentation video.
Welcome to Grand Prairie, deep in the heart of everything. Home to 206,000 residents and growing. As we enter our fiscal year 2026, your City Council is considering approving a $531 million operating budget. You're invited to voice your opinions about that at a public hearing scheduled for September 16th at 6:30 p.m. at Grand Prairie City Hall. By far the biggest investment in the proposed budget is in your safety, with $81.1 million for our Grand Prairie Police Department and $52 million to support our fearless firefighters. Their life-saving efforts earned our city the distinction as the safest city in North Texas, an outstanding EMS response recognition by the American Heart Association for 11 years in a row, and the highest rating by the Insurance Services Office, which reduces your insurance rates. Our proposed budget also includes $26 million for our Transportation and Mobility Department, which oversees street services and roadway improvements all over our wonderful city. Well-maintained roads make it easier for the city to pick up 2.2 million pounds of waste every single day and haul it off to get processed efficiently. It's a big job, and that's why $19.2 million from the new budget covers the expenses of our solid waste fund. The proposed budget also includes $120 million to ensure your water is safe, clean, and reliable. This allows 42 million gallons of water to pass through the 885 miles of city water lines every single day. Altogether, the 2026 budget will also continue funding our award-winning parks, libraries, and events like Main Street Fest, voted the best music festival in DFW. And it'll keep getting bigger and better thanks to a Main Street development project. It promises to transform downtown into a beautiful, pedestrian-friendly destination with state-of-the-art public spaces for all kinds of free events and activities. Downtown will also offer new housing options in the form of modern condos and townhouses and affordable homes in our new Alice Court development. Grand Prairie is also growing to the south with a new 5,000-acre master-planned community called Goodland. To accommodate this growth, the city is expanding its infrastructure and response with a new water tower and Fire Station 11. But all this is just the beginning of the big plans in store for your wonderful city. But we want to make sure we grow responsibly. And that's why we're here today. So you can hear from us and we can hear from you. Thank you for joining us at tonight's town hall.
All right. I hope you guys thought that was informative, impactful. That video was completed by our staff. And our staff does great work. But before I continue, I'd like to recognize Mayor Ron Jensen, who's here tonight at the town hall meeting. So any questions regarding the video? Yes. The best landmark in Gary, next to City Hall, where the old Calvary Baptist Church used to be, is going to be over there. Yes.
With the new development that's being built, you mentioned expanding infrastructure. Is that just down there, or is that citywide? Is it just water, or is it also getting the other providers such as Encore Madness to expand in the city?
All of the above.
All of the above?
Yes.
Okay, and it also mentioned roads.
All the roads, everything. Yes. If need to, right now, and James, as you're aware, I've been speaking to you in the group down there for 4 years. We go to Congress every year, ask for how much? $35 million to try to build the third lane and bridge. Thus far, Congress has not given us the money to build it. So until they give us the money, we can't build. Yes, ma'am. South of 287. Yeah, it's going to be, it's really in Midlothian, but the land has been annexed to the city of Grand Prairie. Kevin?
So I appreciate everything that you guys have done for the city. But I'm concerned about the water. Last time we had my brother concerned about orange residue in the water. And either I'm wrong, like, so in the code, there's like orange green around the water around it. And also I know there's a lot of orange. They can't hear me.
We're online, so if you don't mind. So there,
I'm the only
everyone.
one, yes. So anyways, with that being said, also I noticed there's orange residue that's caking around my water fixtures. So I was hopeful that maybe you can address what's going on with that, if there is anything going on with that. And sometimes there's like a slight odor. So I was hopeful you'd be able to talk a little bit about that. Or is that an inopportune time to ask for that?
I'm not able to address that specifically. I can get back with you. And if you guys follow me on Nextdoor, I have a Grand Prairie District 6. I will post all those responses there so you can read them for yourself. Whenever you contact me, I always ask you to do what? Send it to me in writing. Now we have a paper trail as what was said, what was asked, and what we delivered back to you. So I don't recall the water issue from the last one. It's been.
That's fine. I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. But I'm not next door because I got tired of.
That's fine.
So,
we have to find a way to communicate to the community because, that's been very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one way I communicate to the community about what's going on.
And I appreciate you finally getting with it.
All right, Kevin. Grand Prairie District 6. That's what it should be up under. All right, we're going to move on. Next slide. We're negotiating. We're negotiating with public service for cart services. I know some want cart services, some don't. But we're come to a point now where Republic is saying, if you notice, your trash may be picked up at 10 a.m. today. Next time it might be picked up at 4 p.m. They're having a difficult time trying to hire people to work on the back of the trucks. So what they're looking at is trying to go to a cart service that you put your trash in the cart, just have an arm lift and dump it. It's not going to satisfy everyone because we had a survey about 5 years ago. Half wanted it, another half didn't. So that's why we need to do anything with it. Now, Republic is saying it's going to cause even further delays picking up your service if we can't hire. If you ever notice, I remember as a child growing up, the trash man remained the same for years. You look today, there's always a different crew on the back of the truck. Yes, ma'am. The cart, you put your trash in a cart, you push it down to the curb or your side, your driveway. Yeah, the truck pick it with the arm and dump it and be done with it. Yes. I'm not going to say it black. They can be a different color, but yes. Yes, ma'am. We're negotiating that right now, so there's no specific time frame because we have to negotiate when we're going to start and what's the cost. It's going to be a cost associated with that. So it's going to be a cost passed on to you. The city going to have a small cost. So we're trying to negotiate the best cost for the citizens right now. I'm not going to say definitely, but we're going to test it out in some neighborhoods because, like I mentioned earlier, during the survey, half said yes, half said no. There's no direction or guidance for the council to move on things when half is saying yes and half is saying no. Because if we do it, the half that said no is going to be upset. If we don't do it, that's the half saying we want the cart service. So that's why we like to get out into the community to find out what you guys want so that we can have clear direction on what you want to meet your needs. Yes, sir. Give him the mic, please. It's for that survey, we had, I could be wrong, close to 40% of the city participated. The survey we have for the community center, we're probably less than 10%. So we're sending surveys out to you to get feedback so you can feel you're part of the decision process. But if you throw it away, then you get something you don't want because that's all we hear. We didn't get the survey. Someone else had a question? Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering what the cost would be on the trash more if you're not going to have people on the back of the.
Well, they're gonna have to pay for capital improvements, equipment for the trucks, the containers to put it in. That's a cost. So
Wouldn't that be a one-time cost?
it could be. We're negotiating how much that cost is. So who's going to pay for that one-time cost? Those containers cost over $100. I'm just, when we get to that point, you'll be at another meeting and then giving me guidance and direction on which way to go. You make the decisions in District 6, I don't. So I want you to make the decision because there's some coming for hybrid housing for rent or apartments. We get to that in a minute. Yes, sir, Robert. Of course. Of course. Yes, we have to work with the HOAs because the HOAs have policies that to ensure that we're all on the same page. So that's why it's not going to come out tomorrow. The city's going to have a requirement, but the HOAs have different requirements, as you're aware. You can park a boat where on your property? Can you park it in front of your house on the street? Okay. I think I need to look that one up. I need to look that one up. Huh? According the city code or HOA? HOA. What does the city state you can do? That's right. So make sure when we're speaking code, city code and HOA rules, they're totally different. Yes, ma'am. And correct. And that's all those issues have to be worked out before an agreement. So I don't disagree with you. I agree. There's some neighborhoods have back alleys and some don't. Someone over here at the hand up. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to know regarding what you were just talking about.
Which takes precedence, the city or the HOA?
Well, the city, but the HOA is not going to have something much restrictive then. They're just saying you can't park your boat in your driveway. You can park it on the street, but you can't park it in the driveway. So look at the city codes and your HOAs to compare them in your PIDs. Westchester is a PID. They don't have an HOA. And the PID is the same, they have the same rules as an HOA. So, Anita.
You guys are under negotiations, and when you plan on taking it to the next step, what that next step will be, so that the citizens and residents can come to the meetings, hopefully, to decide how they really, because there are a lot of people that they sit back until you make a move.
Right, Anita, when we get to that point, the community will know. We're not there yet. This is like a shot across the bow, we're saying in the military. No, Kevin. Yes, go ahead. Kevin is a Marine. Yeah.
Hello, mother. Is the same thing going to be done for recycling?
Yes,
So we'll have two bins.
I believe it's going to have two bins. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but my yard's pretty small and my garage is full of cars, and I don't know where I'm going to put two big ass bins.
Because with the current recycling bins we have here, if you need one, you can take one tonight.
That's not a problem.
On a windy day, the stuff flies out of there, and whichever home is on the corner, they collect all the trash.
I'm not debating any of that. I think I agree with you. I'm tired of picking my neighbor's trash out of my yard. But I guess, so you're going to have the carts for the solid waste and then the carts for the recycling.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both the same size bin.
I'll say approximately.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. They are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to move on to there's room to grow in our community. What does that mean? Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful program. If you have a community garden, are you familiar with the community gardens? Does the city support them? Okay. Who benefits from the community garden? Say again? How does the community benefit? Does everybody in the city have a place to grow? No, that's right. So I agree with you, Debbie. If you want to have a community garden, get with Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful to see about starting a community garden in your neighborhoods. Now, my whole thing it's been about community. We want to build a bigger and stronger community to come out and work together. Okay, next slide. The Grand Prairie Police Department. Crime is down, just like in the video. Safest city in North Texas. Spoke to someone today. If there's a crime, please report it to the police department. Chief, consistently here, there are cars being broken in District 6 all over the place. And where do people say this information is coming from? They're getting it off next door. I'll read next door. Y'all might know, I'll read next door. I see what you put out there. If there's something out there that's gonna cause me, hey, let me call the chief to find out what's going on. I call the chief. Guess what? No one's reporting the cars being broken into. I see the videos that people walking by, checking the doors. You put it on next door. That doesn't solve the issue. Please take the time, call the police department and let them know what's going on so we can keep the data. As far as we know, it's not happening. Y'all are saying it's on next door. All right. Yes.
Yes, sir. Let me just say, first of all, thank you for having the town hall.
Thank you, John.
Every time we call on Councilman Kirk Johnson, he always respond, and that's the truth. I've never called you. I've I don't even converse with people that have called you and you've not responded. You've always responded, and that's greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
Our experience with the police department, the Grand Prairie Police Department, great response time. Anytime we call, they respond. Great. I mean, one of the best response times I've experienced since I've lived in the city. So I just wanted to add that. And digressing back to HOAs, when you were speaking of the differences between HOAs and city code, look, we have our guidelines. We work very well with the city. We don't ask the city to do anything that we're not willing to do ourselves. So thank you.
I know
so
you.
much.
I know Westchester's like that. So, and I appreciate that. Speeding and reckless driving. I get calls on that all the time. And people believe that we're not looking into that. We do. The police department go and set up stings or whatever they want to call them to try to catch them, but they don't do it. You don't find them speeding anymore. Why? Because the police is there. Then when the police leave, they go right back doing it again. So it's the perception that we're not doing anything. That's not the case. The police, every time the council call the police on issues, they respond. And I've told people, when you call us and say that people running stop signs, they're gonna go out there. When people are speeding on Seaton Road, they're gonna go out there. And when they go out there, guess who's typically getting the tickets? The people in the neighborhood. Those are the ones that are getting the tickets. Not because we've been told it's people outside the city speeding, but that's not what's happening. It's the folks in the neighborhood that's getting the tickets. So you're calling on your neighbors. And I appreciate that. It's not that we want the revenue, we want the city to be safe. No difference if you notice in the pipeline, we put for 3 months, had them running for 3 months before school started. Do not park your car over the sidewalk. Code enforcement is going to give you a ticket. Why? Because we're looking for the safety of the kids having to walk into the streets just to get around your car. Their HOAs have rules on vehicles being parked in the driveway. The city code states you cannot park your car and block the sidewalk. So just read both of them. But so I'm putting this out now because I've gotten calls in regards to they got tickets for parking over the sidewalk. I said, we had to put out for 3 months in the pipeline so that people can see it. Next. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And at night, they really do speed through there. I mean, you hear the cars. So is that something I need to report to the police?
Hold on. Is that Beckman in Westchester?
Yes.
Yeah, that corner, where they put the new stop signs because of the apartment complex.
Right. The four-way stop sign.
And she's mentioned this to me before.
Yes.
So it's like.
With loud mufflers.
Yeah. And there was what, 2 accidents? Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 Chief is taking care of that. Yes, Kevin.
So if I park in my driveway and the sidewalk runs through the front of the apron in my driveway, that's being sidewalk, correct?
Yeah. If I can't walk down the sidewalk, this is your home. This is the street, and you got your car blocked right here. I can't walk. That's the sidewalk.
Okay, that brings to the question then. If that should happen to deteriorate, is the city going to come out and replace the sidewalk, or is the city also going to turn that into a driveway?
The sidewalk, the city will replace a sidewalk for safety issues, but regular maintenance, it is the resident's responsibility. So if there's trust me, if there's a small crack.
No. I'm talking about, where we have a trip hazard or something along those lines that happens to occur in that sidewalk part between the apron and the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to call it a sidewalk, then the city
will come out. I just said it.
Well, they usually don't do that because they call that a driveway. So
I'll get clarification on that, but I just had an issue with that where a person.
Okay, we're good. We're good then. If you
get with me tomorrow, Kevin, and I get it solidified on that. But if it's a safety issue, the city's going to come out because we don't repair sidewalks.
And that's cool. I appreciate that.
No more, Kevin. All right, parks. One thing I'll tell you about pickleball players. They came to council meeting after council meeting, said we want more pickleball courts. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't play pickleball, and it's just, I got tired of hearing about it. But they came and said, we want pickleball courts. And what do? We listened to the community at Friendship Park. We just opened these new courts. Friendship Park, that's up in Westchester. Yeah, so they're free, and there's one tennis court. True enough, the pickleball folks are saying tennis is dead. No one wants to play tennis. The tennis folks came and said, the pickleball folks are bullies. They're trying to take over everything. So I'm just listening and laughing about it because there's 4 pickleball courts. On the tennis court, you can put 4 more, 2 on each side. So that's really 8 pickleball courts. And I've asked parks to put a sign up. If a tennis player comes out, they have priority on the court. Because that's only one court. Give them priority. Play 5 more minutes, however we want to do it, so we won't have the issue pickleball is taking over and the tennis players a history. So the moral of the story is, if you come down to City Hall and you tell us what you want, we're going to listen. We're going to try to figure it out, put it in the budget. The pickleball people done a great job. And I don't play pickleball, but it's beautiful. I love it. I'm going to play pickleball when I get older. Next slide, please. All right, park special events. How many have been to Main Street Fest? Come on, show me some hands. Come on, man, I know you're there. Main Street Fest, every year. We put signs out, and I tell people you got to, I almost said something. It's biblical, but you got to read the signs in life. We put signs out all over the city. Main Street Fest. I know we're busy, or some of y'all are too busy to read the signs. Last year, who did we have there to perform? There was the talk of the Metroplex. That's right, George Clinton. Free. It's free. It's free. George Clinton came and performed. I took a picture with him. So this year, who are we going to have? I just know on Friday night, because the Jacksons, that's right. It's free. All you got to do is come down there. Y'all call it, hey. Don't be talking about the Jacksons. Y'all know y'all grew up happy and dancing with the Jacksons. They're old, we old too. I'm going to be there supporting them. The Jackson. Or 3. Yeah. But they're coming. So that's on Friday night, October 24th. I have a lot that night to do. It's downtown Grand Prairie every year. Okay, who's here from Parks? Let Ray know. Greenway Trail said they don't get a sign. Yeah, no, but we know they do. But let's make sure we put a sign there for Main Street Fest. Last year, we won the #1 outdoor concert in the Metroplex. The mayor and our council voted on who we wanted to bring, and we have to give a lot of credit to Ray Serta, the new parks guy. We gave him some ideas. Hey, we can expand it and make it bigger and better. They did. It's a free concert. It's free. Just come on out. Yeah, Friday night, this is how we have it set up. Friday night is it's by genre of music, R&B. Saturday's gonna be Latino, Sunday's country. That's 2025. 2026, Friday night is gonna be country. Saturday's gonna be R&B, Sunday's Latino. We rotate the weekends, so we all have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's free. Yes, ma'am. Friday.
Saturday.
Friday, October 24th.
Okay.
October 24th.
I don't need that.
October 24th is R&B night. Friday. Is Friday, October 24th in 2025? I want to make sure. I'm trying to tell y'all, come on Sunday night, because what time? 5 p.m. That way you can get off work, come straight on down there. You don't have time to get your kids ready from school. Let's get. They're gonna come on later. They're the headliner. So we have different genres of music playing during the day. So don't just come for R&B. Come for Latino, because they're gonna be country and R&B bands playing during the day. The same thing on Sunday for the headliner for country. It's a great. I mean, it's a free festival. They've been doing this for almost 15 years. That's fine. Oh, that's a good point. Last year, like I just mentioned, Ray Serta over Parks, they put a fence around it for safety. It had never been done before, that I recall. It's a fence. So we don't have the concern about someone coming in and grabbing someone and running out. You have only certain entry points and exit points to get there. So there's a fence around trying to make it safer for everyone. But when downtown is redeveloped, it's going to be even better. So. Yes, sir.
I just want to say I've never missed a Main Street Fest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great family time. I absolutely love it. I invite everybody I can. It's a great time.
Now, John was on the ad hoc committee. They helped us out to change the format, stuff like that. So he was part of the decision making. Street and treat. You guys come down for October 31st. Did everyone scan on the QR code this presentation? Okay. We'll get it to you. Vanna, the QR code. Next slide, please. Okay, here's community involvement. We've gone around this year asking for input for a parks master plan. We've held meetings, we put signs out everywhere, put it in the pipeline. So if you came, you had an opportunity to say, hey, I want to have a park here. But if you didn't, you still have an opportunity to try to work out. I just recognize you. Okay, you have an opportunity to give your input. We asked you, because when we wanted to do the community center, came out on the average, 33% said yes, 33% said no, 33% said, I don't know what to do. So we said, we're just going to sell the land. Now, I'm getting calls, don't sell the land. We want to come back.
We see signs of Pickle Fest. I'm new. I don't know what's the big deal about pickles, but I would say, and this goes into the Parks and Recreation, the master plan, which when you're coming down from Cedar Hill, it's funny how going into Cedar Hill, you have this nice, beautiful sign that welcomes you into Cedar Hill. But when you come down the hill, there's nothing welcome you into Grand Prairie. And it'd be nice to have that something that welcomes you into Grand Prairie, but then that's another place to have a sign and be able to press out information. In this day and age, there are better ways, but this goes into the master plan. So I'll wait for that day to happen.
I'm glad you clarified. Council's here and they'll take your input for our new sign down south. Thank you.
Good answer, Claudia. Here's Sarah James. All right.
So is this master plan part of that Epic Center or Epicenter?
Yes, but it's sort of misleading because District 6, we put it out last, they're phase 1 and we've gone through that. So now we're going to phase 2 from, I forgot the parks, but I've told people you can still provide input because it's not completely completed yet. So if you have some ideas or inputs you'd like to submit them. It's
How
not
do I
over yet.
submit them?
I believe it's on the website because I've seen it on the website. If not, just send it to me. I'll refer to the Parks Department.
Okay, and then is there an opportunity to be a part of the planning and zoning that goes along with this outside of P&Z? Or for planning and zoning, would it be part of P&Z as well?
P&Z is totally different from this Parks plan.
Okay.
The Parks plan is is what we're doing now, asking for input from the community. So you're a part of it if you participate. So just come to any of the meetings and give your idea. Because when we had the bike master plan that was here, there weren't that many people here.
Yeah.
We're trying to make the city more accessible by bikes, and all the bikers, the cyclists, so when they come from Cedar Hill, they have to turn around at the bridge and go back. So we're trying to open up everything. So it's very important. Seriously, when we send out a survey or we ask you to come to a meeting, it's your input.
Okay.
And you know how I operate in District 6. If 3 people voted, 2 said yes, 1 says no, I'm going yes. Majority rules. So, and some folks don't like that. That was only 3. Hey, we put the information out. We can only do so much, and we're trying to reach out. Yes, James.
With the master plan, are y'all actually going to follow it this year, unlike the last few years that it's been put out, the master plan? Because I believe the last 2 y'all haven't fully followed. Y'all have kind of segued off on your own.
Be more specific on that, because I'm
I don't have
lost.
specific examples. I can send them to you, definitely for sure.
Which
but
master plan? Because we have one called a FLUME, the Future Land Use Map. Then we have the Parks Master Plan we just started this year.
prior ones,
So
prior master plans. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll send you specifics.
yeah, please. Sir.
The Grand Prairie website, the city website, gptx.org has a wealth of information that you guys always keep us informed. Now, I'm not saying what anyone else is saying is not legitimate. All I'm saying is it's a wealth of information at gptx.org.
Right.
You always keep us informed, and I've always been aware of master plan. You guys always give us the information. How it's being missed, I don't know.
We're trying to always be transparent, but we need your input. You got to take the time out. And I don't want to get on my soapbox about distractions of life. Look at the distractions of life that you have. The NFL, college football, distractions. I don't watch that stuff. I have other things to do. Yes, ma'am.
Very quickly, the GPTX, isn't that also an app? No, or it's just a website?
That's gptx.org is the website.
That's the website, but there isn't an
There's
app.
an app. It's for the code enforcement. Wasn't it used to be gptx dot my gptx?
But is that where we could get this information from?
Not from my gptx. You can report your neighbor.
Okay. So who's the communication folks? If they could connect that on
Like-
the app,
like the
then
lady
all
with the
of that
chickens.
information could be there. That's another venue. Your communication, yeah, that's another venue opportunity. They'll hire a staff. The mayor's back there. He'll do it.
Everything you do on the app, you can also do on the website.
Who's next? Yes, Kevin.
But I thought we went over this Grand Peninsula Community Center gym thing. You did a survey after
We did.
first
We did.
survey
No,
went
no one's
fine,
no
right?
one's talking about putting a gym there.
Well, that's what it says on your thing behind you.
Not as a location. Upcoming public. Put your glasses back on, Kevin. Upcoming public input meeting. Input.
Kurt, I told. Oh.
Yeah, it's the location.
Oh, okay.
That's what they called it. I don't know why they called it that.
That's our HOA center.
Yes.
Oh.
Kevin,
I'll take another, please.
I'm calling the VA on you.
Hey, Kurt, I want to share some information real quick. Kurt worked with us maybe last year. I can't remember if it was a year or 2 ago back for District 6 and for Eagle Hawk. And we decided to come up with a liaison group. Do you remember that? Grand Prairie residents. And I want to invite anyone that wants to be a part of that to join the group. All you have to do is give me your email address. I'll start you. I'll add you to the distribution. And what we're trying to do is come together as a unified voice. So when there is development, changes in zoning, or anything with trash cans or anything going on in Grand Prairie that we want to be a voice for, to get the voice out for the community, because not everyone can attend these meetings. Not everyone's going to look at emails, and no, everybody's going to go to GPTX. So we're wanting to just get as many residents as we can, so we can work and partner with Kurt to be his voice in the community, because he's only one person. So if you want to be a part of that, see me. I'll be here afterwards.
They know I'm going to make the motion on what you decide. I have no dogs in the fight. I make my motions on what the community says. And that's it. That's why I represent you. We're going to move on to compliance. It's just a nice stats to show about code compliance, the hard work they're doing. Next slide. Fire Station 11 is open. Yes, ma'am. They still do. I see them driving around. I see them.
Areas. Oh, their lawn is way. I mean,
My
where's code compliance?
GPTX app. Take a picture.
Well, I don't want to have to report if they're driving around. Why aren't they seeing it?
They might be going to, just like I got an email, somebody got chickens at the house. Okay. They got to go and check that out. So the staff, they're just not going to stop and pull you, take
They
pictures.
used to.
Times have changed.
Okay.
Staff, we're not even hiring. The city's not even hiring right now. So if someone leaves, we're not replacing them. So the staff is shrinking.
Yeah.
Because sales tax are down. So we want to make sure the city remains profitable, managing in the black and not the red. I'm not picking on DeSoto, but they went and used their reserve funds to give their staff a pay raise. We're not giving our staff a pay raise. So we're going to want to make sure the city remains solvent at all times. So sales tax, what does that mean? They need to go back to the Finch for doors. I need to spend some more money. I'm just joking, but sales tax revenues are down. Been like that for the past 2 years. The trend is going down, not just in Grand Prairie, all cities. All cities. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're managing that now. We're looking at it right now. We're just not making decisions and not thinking about the long-term future of our city. We don't want to be in a situation where we can't pay our bills. You know, where are they moving at? In the same homes? When we build down south, say again? Okay, but are they moving to new homes or new apartments? Yeah, that revenue is there. That's set. But when you're looking at a new construction home that's going to be further down south, that's going to be new property tax revenue. We rely a lot on the sales. So we're not mismanaging any money. I can assure you that. We're not just being mean to the staff not to give them a pay raise. We feel bad that we couldn't. But they understood. Yes, sir.
Is that reduction in revenue? There's a 20% reduction in the population. Is that going into the?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. When you look for now, but more people are going to be moving down south as they develop Lake Songs and Goodlands. So people moving out up here. Yes.
I just want to say kudos to Code. We work very well with Code. We do. They respond. We work on having a good relationship with city staff. Your city staff is impeccable. We work with them though. And you know, when it comes to HOAs, that's why it's so beneficial to have an HOA.
Yeah.
So you can get these concerns taken care of, and for those that don't have an HOA, get you a core group of people so you can work with the city.
Right. Okay. We're going to talk about Grand Prairie Fire. Yes, ma'am. Steph, I didn't hear you. Steph, what?
You said code of compliance,
Uh-huh.
you said whatever. I'm just trying to figure out, kind of clarify, what are you mean by stats? Are those like violations that you guys issue?
Those are violations during,
Okay.
during that time period
Okay.
that code enforcement wrote up. Grand Prairie Fire Department over there. How many are familiar with the ISO 1 rating? Do you have it? ISO 1 rating on insurance. Do you have it? Greenway Trails is the only part of the city is not sure, and I understand why. Because they're about to get the ISO 1 rating. That's something our fire chief, Chief Fight, has had the city evaluated, inspected again to have an ISO 1 rating. It lowers your home insurance. So if call your insurance company, they know. What does iOS 1 stand for? They know.
ISO Insurance Service Office. If you're a homeowner, if you'll look at your declaration page on your insurance, it'll show Public Protection Class 1 or ISO 1. Everybody in here, if you're in the city of Grand Prairie, you have an ISO 1. Should, unless you're way down south, which we can talk about afterward. You should be now with Station 11 open. Gives you the lowest competitive homeowner rate.
Chief, yeah. Chief Fight.
It was some type of doctor. I did call my insurance company.
Oh, hold on. Can y'all, if it's just your situation, can we talk about after that? Because I got 2 hours here. You know, is this? I know a lot of folks at Greenway Trails have called down there and they said they didn't get it. And I said, I don't know why. You call your insurance company. Do you have, the chief said on your declaration page on your insurance, it should show it there. That's number one. Number two, call your insurance company to see if you have the ISO 1 rating for insurance. Give me a call. Please give me a call. It's lowering the insurance rate for the city, for homeowners. It lowers your homeowner's insurance rate. Based on the amount of fire stations we have, our response times, we passed that and we're qualified for another 8 years, 7 years. Okay, Fire Station 11 is open, but we're going to have a grand opening in October, I believe in the first week of October. Fire Station 11 is down there by Greenway Trails. So they're there in case they need to be. Briefly talked about in the video, the Goodland project. So if you've been down there, they're starting to build that neighborhood out, 5,000 homes. There's going to be more retail after they get more what? Rooftops. When the rooftops come in, they're going to get the retail. Goodland Parkway, we talked about trying to get ahead of the infrastructure because we know there are going to be needs. This is be completed 2026. No, that's coming off 287. From my understanding, this. Yeah. You haven't seen it down there? That's down south. It's real south of my district. This is going to be a way so that people won't have to come out up to 287, another way, a back road way to get up to 287 and 360. There's construction for homes, also lake songs. Oh, they're not far from Greenway Trails. Next slide. Lake Songs is building a huge community, have a huge amenity center. Their philosophy is we're going to build the amenity center first, along with some of the homes for phase one. The amenity center sell that community because it's going to be a world-class amenity center for the residents there. Okay. Now, the question keeps coming up about what are we going to do with 287, 661 crossing over. We've asked, as you can see, we're not waiting until all the rooftops are being built and asking for assistance. No established bid dates. The city doesn't have the money to build that type of infrastructure. We have to go from the state or even the federal government. So we're asking for that now so that it can try to marry up as much as it can as the rooftops are being built in the commercial. Because we know I've gone on 661 trying to cross. Y'all heard me joke about it's like playing the old game Frogger, trying to get across on 287. Yes, sir.
That Goodland area that we're talking about, that traffic is
a traffic study has been done. That's why TxDOT, they're already looking at, and they're going to do a flyover, from my understanding, to look at the traffic as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, we're trying to get ahead of that as much as we can. We can only move as fast as the money they wanted to spend.
Is that also in the consideration of 360, the way Mansfield expanding their entertainment district and all the other good stuff?
That's Mansfield.
But that's going to impact.
It will, but we have nothing to do with that. Our transportation department, just like
we may not have anything to do.
Hold on. We partner with them. Mm-hmm. What's that road? Thank you. There's a lot of issues with that too. We partner with them. They were the lead on that road. We partnered to help them with some of the road, but not everything. So Mansfield, I don't have our transportation department here to answer that question, may have already taken the lead because it's going to be a major impact to them as well. So to see where we're going to partner along with them, I'm not familiar if our transportation department is working with them.
I would hope so because your district runs through that area.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
I'm confident.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a response to you tomorrow on that.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm confident they're already ahead of that. Next slide. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're gonna get back with somebody in 28 on the council. Yeah. All right, the 360 extension. I think this is what we were talking about also, but I didn't talk to transportation about it beforehand to see how they're partnering with them because we know with the growth of almost 5,000 homes, to me, that's close to 10,000 more vehicles at the very minimum. And then when you get the teenagers driving, you have even more vehicles. So the takeaway I want you guys to have, the takeaway from this is that we're planning. We're doing the best we can. We don't have the money. Remember, we can't even give our staff a pay raise this year. And now we need money to build these roads and highways for the infrastructure. It comes. Yes, sir.
With all the apartments and homes being built on the peninsula, Lake Ridge, just up and down Lake Ridge on the peninsula, is there a study being done? Because I heard you earlier on YouTube that said that we're waiting on money from the state for the bridges, but
the Congress, from
the state Congress, right? From Congress.
So,
okay,
yeah,
so from
the federal
level.
Yeah.
So from the federal level, if they don't do anything, we're just going to be stuck with the bad infrastructure on the peninsula. If that doesn't move,
that's a very good question. And I would have to say yes. It costs $35 million just to widen it to 3 lanes and get across the bridge. We have other roads and highways that we need to maintain as well. So if we take $35 million just to do that section of the road, what about the rest of the city?
So I understand that part, but then what is the cost of it, just Lake Ridge itself, so that you can prepare and show the federal side that, hey, we've already expanded Lake Ridge in order for this to come, so that we would have like the bike lanes in place.
Define, what do you mean by expanded? We've already expanded what? The roads or development?
The roads, right? So you said
we're not going to, I'm going to be honest, I don't see us expanding Lake Ridge with $35 million and then going back and asking.
No, not the bridges. I'm talking about just the,
You have to do them.
the space in between the bridges to prepare them and say,
Okay.
hey,
When you're going down South Lake Ridge, before you get the bridge, it's 3 lanes. It goes into 2.
Uh-huh. And then when you get to the other side of the bridge, it's still 2. And that's what I'm saying, to add that.
That's a bottleneck. It's just going to be a bottleneck. So you go from 3 to 2, and then you stay 2. If the growth continues the way we see the growth is going, it's going to be worse.
It's going to get worse.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying.
So
is
no,
that
you see, I'm agreeing with you. It's going to
Yeah.
get worse. So why don't we get the bridge? It's not the bridge too far. Get the bridge.
From the sounds of it, it already is a bridge too far because we're not getting the money from the feds.
What does that mean to you? You
It
need to
means
call.
there's going to be a bottleneck.
No. You need to contact your congressional representative, Jake Elsie, Jasmine Crockett, Mark Vesey.
With your support, right?
We go there every year. We've been there for the past 4 years asking for this money, and they haven't given us any. That's why you guys have to not just look at your city council. Our pockets are flat. Go to the federal government. They're fat, and say, this is what we need. We're there every year. We're going to go back in March. We need the $35. We have a priority list of things we need the federal government to pay for. And we're asking for that money. It's a lot of infrastructure. The Lake Ridge Bridge is one of them. We need that. But if y'all saying here, you're speaking for the entire city, take $35 million, just do that bridge and all the other roads go bad, just let me know. I'm just joking. Next slide. New development that's coming to District 6. It's not much. You know, we're mostly homes and unfortunate apartments. Y'all get in the gas station. They get in the gas station, Greenway Trails. That's right. We want to make sure y'all come up there. Now, they know we had a good discussion about the gas station. I take it to the community. I said, what do you want? You want the gas station or do you want apartments? That's when we'll take the gas station. I said, Senate Bill 840 changed the whole game because they know the developers, they don't need our permission. You'll hear about it. The bicycle master plan, like I mentioned that earlier, if you want to have any input, send it in. Send it to me. I'll forward it to the parks person. They'll get back with you. This is your city. We need input because I don't want to hear, why did y'all put a bicycle lane over there instead of here? Because there are some communities already stating that they don't want the bicycle lane going through their community. We need to hear that. All right. The most important bill of the century, Senate Bill 840. What does that state? It states that if a developer owns commercial property or buy commercial property, he does not need permission from the council to build apartments. No zoning change, don't have to change the zoning, they can build apartments. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. I've already reached out to the Peninsula in Mira Lagos. Somebody wants to do the hybrid homes. This is the conversation. He called me. I like to do hybrid homes. They said they don't want that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And he said in a nice way, are you familiar with Senate Bill 840? I just started laughing. I said, yes. So they're going to have to make a decision. Do you want hybrid homes or apartments down there? Something's coming. It doesn't matter to me. Yes, ma'am. It's like over there by the Deckman apartments, those homes over there. It's a small home. It's real small. It's not a tiny home. It's much small. Or Great Southwest Parkway where they have the across from the Leadership Academy. Hold on, one person at a time. One time, please. They're not tiny homes. They're hybrid homes. They're just smaller than most regular single-store homes. It's gonna be right. Oh, yeah, hang a load. Yeah. Yeah, Great Southwest in front of the Leadership Academy. But the location I'm talking about, hold on, everyone, hold on. The location for Grand Peninsula is by Hang Low. That's where they want to put the hybrid homes. And the guy already said, if they say no to hybrid homes, they're just going to build apartments. But I want the community to know it's not my decision. Yes, Kevin. Those okay. Yeah, Josh. Yeah. No, please take that off the map. Please. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be there. I tell him to make sure I'm there. I told him to set up the meeting and tell me when to be there. I asked him to go to the community to talk to you guys, so you would know the decision you have to make, just like Greenway Trails had to make: gas station or apartments. They chose gas stations. If I were you, I would set up a meeting, because he doesn't have to come back to us if he decides to do apartments. Okay, I'm saying, and I told him make sure I will be there. I would like to be at the meeting as well. That's why I'm recommending schedule the meeting, so he wants, hey, no one listen, he builds apartments. We're trying not to get any more apartments. Yes, Deb. Well, commercial, that's when Rashad gave me what can go on commercial, it's a lot of stuff. A lot. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. I don't, because they won't be able to do that. Yeah. So think about hybrid housing, small homes. It's going to be fewer homes, but apartments, 30, I forgot the number per acre. That's a lot of units per acre they can build. If you don't want more traffic, I'm not telling you which way to go. I'm just saying you have a choice to make. They're not desirable, but you got to pick one. Don't let the developer pick it for you. Yes, ma'am. HFCs. Uh-huh. They don't. They didn't. The legislators changed that this year. I wasn't even going to talk about the HFCs, because the city gets to keep the taxes now. In the past, it was called a traveling HFC. Someone in Abilene can buy an apartment here. The property comes off the tax roll. I didn't think y'all were that familiar with HFCs or wanted to hear about it, but it's to our advantage now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any questions about city, Ms. Lecky?
Yes, please, for everyone listening online.
Yes. First of all, I just want to give kudos to Parks and Recreation. I served on that board for 3 years, and I've scanned the room. I've looked at each one of your face in here, and I've only seen probably 2, Debbie Johnston and John Stewart, in the 3 years that I served, to actually come to the park board meeting. The city of Grand Prairie have boards and commissions, and you find your boards and commission on the city of Grand Prairie webpage. And everything that you want to know about the city, like housing, your parks, it's just like if you was going to a city council meeting. They allow you to have 5 minutes with your concerns, get up. You know, if you want to park in your area, if things are not going right at the park, you're able to do that at the boards and commissions. So I strongly recommend each one of you to actually go to the city webpage and go to your boards and commission, because it tells you the date of the meetings. They usually meet like once a month. Some committees meet twice a month. And then that way you don't have to wait for a town hall meeting to be frustrated or to want to find out what's happening, because it's already there. Also, Claudia, you guys do a great job on the city calendar. When I want to know something, I go to the calendar because most of the events is there, and I start clicking buttons and so forth like that. And Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Kurt Johnson, you've been very responsive. Anytime I've ever texted you or emailed you, you get back with me. Chief Fight, your team too has been good. Also, Grand Prairie Police. I've been in Grand Prairie for 59 years. I'm gonna wrap it up. But what I see Grand Prairie Police today is different from what I seen a long time ago. Chief Cessny have a good team and they're very responsive. I just think that somebody mentioned communication. The communication is there. Go to the City of Grand Prairie webpage and start clicking on the departments, and you'll be able to see anything that you want to find or know.
Okay, thank you. Hold on.
So I like that you added that you've been living in the city for 37 years, but you also got so even better, right? 59 years. When somebody's living in a city for 59 years, you do have that access. But when people are moving here 7 years, or their new families or their young families, or they don't know anything about when they move down here, how to get involved. Like I said, I've been only here 7 years, and I'm just now able to okay, hey, there's a meeting. Oh, there's a meet. This is on this website. I like when you said, and this is to give you kudos, I only see 2 people. But you can't also have a way of saying, well, when I look around, well, you don't know how many people have moved here just last year and say, hey, I haven't seen you. And I do thank you for saying the calendar. But in terms of communication, this day and age is different than, the day and age that might have been here and they go on these web pages and everything else. There's many different ways to reach out to the community and get us involved, or even retrain people how to be involved. So I think there has to be almost a re-education on some of that. So I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on a second. Yes, ma'am.
Also get involved. It's not just information coming from top down. The onus is also on us to get involved and be more proactive, to look out and do more to help yourself in that area.
Okay, I would like to say this here. I would love to see more people come to city council meetings. I would. We have a few, Patsy Ray, Debbie, Harold. They're there they're there at every meeting, and they ask questions. And like I said earlier, I challenge everyone to step away from your distractions of life. And to me, it is the NFL, the NBA, all of it. I don't watch it. I have a favorite team. It's the Commanders. That's right. So I know when they win. I look at the score at the end of the game. I don't have to watch 3 hours of that. I don't have to spend my time. There's so many other things we can do. I would like to continue to build District 6 as a community that we work together and get involved, because community is everything. I remember as a child from Shreveport, Louisiana, I knew everybody 5 blocks around. We knew each other. We barely know our neighbors on one street now. So we need to come out and meet. Yeah, we have a national night out coming October 7th. Yeah, we come out and do that. I won't see y'all again until next year, national night out. But we have to get out and get involved in the community. There's a lot going on within the city that we could help each other. Like I said before, I'm only here to represent your voice. There's some tough decisions to be made with Senate Bill 840. When that bill was passed, the phone started ringing off the hook for all council, the mayor, and city staff. They want that land to build apartments. And we're saying on England and Lake Ridge, we said, no, we're not going to do that. So you're going to, Bush said, read my lips. Read my lips. We're not going to put apartments on the corner of England and Lake Ridge, despite what's being put out on next door. That's confusing. You have my number. Call me. All you got to do is make a phone call. I would tell you that's not the plan. Now, there's some folks, there's a movement. If you guys want something there, come to city council and tell us. The pickleball folks did, and they got the pickleball courts. If we don't hear from you, that means there's nothing you want. A closed mouth never gets fed. Yes, sir. Oh, hold on, no, Debbie.
It said to, if you had a question, to fill out the form. At 4 a.m., I filled out that form. At 8:15, I had an email from Megan, a city attorney, on some questions that I had, this long answers. And then I had a phone call from transportation at 8:30 answering my other question. They are responsive. They do get it. Me and Mr. Johnson don't always see eye to eye on everything, but I will tell you he is working when I call him, and he keeps me abreast of things that are going on in my neighborhood because I have asked him to, hey, let us know so that we can rally the troops. More like what y'all do, more organized, but we're out in a little rural area, so we have to be. But so I wanted to thank you for, I don't even know what kind of response time I'd say that was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, when I saw it this morning, I had 4. Hey, did all to get together to send me 4 emails in the middle of the night? They all got responses today or phone calls. That's how quick I respond. Yes.
Councilmember Johnson responds to every email he gets. I respond to every email I get. He says, show up at council meetings. I say, don't wait. Send us an email tonight. Don't wait for the council meeting. Come to the council meeting, but if you have a question, send us an email.
Yeah.
We have a very responsive staff. We answer every one of them.
We do. And what I get a lot of
Email tonight,
yeah.
Mayor Ron Simpson at gptx.org.
There you go. And the response I get from people, they would say, I wasn't expecting the response this quick. I'm going to respond. I challenge you to call me. I'm not lonely. I don't need a phone call, but if there's something you need to talk about, call me, email me. I prefer to email because now we have exactly what you are asking us to do, and we get a response back, like Debbie said. She got an email response, all the questions. I want a partner. That was the worst one used for me recently, to partner with me. I want to do more than just partner with you. I want to be the one that you're saying, hey, I can call my council member and he's going to respond to it and get it done. You see something in the neighborhoods, because yeah, I know I need to walk more. I know it, but I'm not going to walk all these sidewalks. If you see something, where is it? I'm trying to get my South Grand Peninsula, heading westbound. I was over there. That's in the left lane. That's a big dip. Yep. How many call that in? Yeah. Call it in. Someone said the stop sign was missing. We had a stop sign put up. We can't see it. You're our eyes and ears, but what goes on in the community. So don't feel like I don't want to bother. No, I said, call me any day of the week. Call me on Saturday, call me on Sunday, email, it doesn't matter. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I just wanted to say quickly, your response is impeccable. I have an email here on August 26th. Something as simple as, I said, hi, Mr. Johnson. Does the meeting start at 7? I was confused. And that was at 5 o'clock. He responded at 5:05. Which meeting? I said, at the library. I said, oh, I'm wrong. I'm not sure about what I'm confused. But look at that response. I appreciate you immensely. Thank you.
Thank you. That's Polly.
So many people moving into Grand Prairie. You know that. Lots of apartment people. All of them have cars. And 20 now, after 2 o'clock, is jammed going either way. So I know we can't have rapid transit in Grand Prairie. I know that's an ordinance passed long ago. But what is a plan for all this traffic that we don't have?
That's text dot. Is that on the highway? We can just, I'm sure they know. but I'll make sure they get a response tomorrow.
Anybody else have
That
traffic?
20 is backed up. It
Yeah,
used to be
yeah.
that way in 1999
No,
when I first got here.
No, when I moved here in 2006, I could get out on the
Yeah.
freeway. No, not to get out after 4.
Yes.
But 2 o'clock would be great.
Yeah.
Now and with the trucks and everything, it's just jam packed.
Yeah. Hold on, everyone. Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to admit that I am ignorant. I am so thankful that you are trying to tell us how to get informed, how to stay informed, and those kind of things. But I'll be honest, I did not know about Senate Bill 840. Did y'all? Yes. Oh my gosh. Do you feel bullied by our state government? I mean,
Yes.
you can't. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. So what can we do? There's
Yeah.
the council does. So there's 75 people in this room. You all know 75 people. Let's not be bullied by the state, and they can just come in and take over whatever she said and make it into apartments without a. Why would we allow that? That is, am I crazy?
No.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, and that's.
Every city over 150,000 population in the state of Texas that affects. It had overwhelming support down there. And here's why. You wonder why. They told us, we went down there and testified, we sent letters, we asked Governor Abbott to veto it. And they say the state of Texas is open for business. We're making people to come here. We're giving them incentives to come to Texas. And cities aren't allowing enough density to take the masses, especially in the DFW area, San Antonio area, Houston area. They're not allowing enough density, so they're going to force us to have density.
I just,
It's
object. Do y'all object? I mean, we do not have to be run over. And this is my fault. I did not know about it, but I'm over it.
That's right.
No, I don't want to wait till November.
Right. Your state rep and senators, they voted for it. Vote them out. Me too. Yeah. Claudia.
Do you have a question?
Claudia. Pastor Ray was next.
This one?
No, Pastor.
Response to Rachel really quick. if I
Okay.
could. Rachel, there were over 100 laws that got passed in the blink of an eye that went into effect 9/1 that affect a bunch of cities, municipalities, governments. I do encourage you to look at them because that was the most popular probably for maybe the zoning and commission people. But there's a lot that went into effect that affected benefits, pay, a lot of things. So I encourage you to look at them. And yes, if you don't like it, write somebody and vote.
Anyone who had a question?
Good afternoon. My name is Patsy Ray, and I'm a worker from the library. I want to invite you to the library. For those who are not Grand Prairians and you're here from another state, I want to welcome you to our city. I've been here since 1956, so I pretty well know the city and the people who run the city. City council meeting is in our calendar, but if you will come by the library, I have plenty of handouts to let you have and tell you what's going on at the library. I run the garden from Dalworth. I run a antique program for Dalworth. Your recreation center is a good place to visit and find flyers of things that are happening within our city. Also, for you all, there is a new book about the history of Grand Prairie. You can pick that up at the library, or you can get it at the, what's that downtown for the, no, not the park, but the Historical Society is there, yeah. But we have another place down, Mayor, where is this down at Lone Star? What is our tourist center?
Almost is.
That's where I was
Almost.
going, the tourist center. So we've got lots of things that you as a citizen, if you want to get involved, that there are people that will reach out to you, and I happen to be one of them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, Kevin. I'm gonna hold you to it.
I just got educated on PID board meetings, what, 2 weeks ago?
How many people?
Again, this is what I'm saying in terms of people who move here that are new. I had never had to deal with a PID before I got here. Well, me neither. So it's like,
Kevin's a great resource.
So
He'll tell you more than you want to know.
So if you live in an area where the pit is, the Peninsula Pit is one of the largest ones. We run about $3.5 million in our budget. And so there's a couple of things that I need to talk to the city about with the pit, about the city and the developers. They develop the lands, and then somehow before the pit accepts it, we like to do a review of that so the residents within the pit don't have to pay extra money, bring it up to speed, so to speak, like sprinklers and that. So in the pit area, there's 2 ponds that are in there that the developer, I think it's still under the developer's area. Anyways, the city came out and asked us, the pit, why come we're not taking care of it? And we're like, oh, what are you even freaking talking about? So there's these 2 ponds in that particular area that need to be maintained. And that's the developers. And then we most recently had a developer develop some homes on Hanger Low there. And it was in the HOA, and they put a pond in there, and our landscapers have a hard time cutting it. And we said, well, when we were talking to the HOA, we said, well, how come you didn't have the city come out and look at it? And then overnight, poof, it went from the HOA to the pit. So I don't
Well,
know.
Kevin, let's do another meeting like we a couple of years ago about.
Process that the city turned that pond over from the HOA to us.
I'm not familiar with, so I don't know how that happened.
Well,
So-
we've been in contact with the city about it, the city manager, as a matter of fact, to talk about the ponds, because they're the ones that reached out to us first. So I guess this is an offline thing that I.
Yeah, like I said, let's have another meeting. I can set up a meeting with the city manager's office
You're coming to the
next week.
meeting, right?
Yeah.
So, Robert, we have an annual.
oh, I already got it. Yeah, like I told you, we've talked, and yeah, I'll be there. No, he told me about it. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, I'm
Yeah.
learning in just these last 3 weeks about all this stuff.
Okay, hold on. Now we're here for Q&A. Yes, John.
Ms. Lucky mentioned earlier about boards and commissions.
Yes.
Could you just kind of highlight to share with people how to get involved with boards and commissions?
We're always looking for volunteers. This is one great way to find out what's going on in your city. We have different boards and commissions that each council member and the mayor gets to appoint to these boards. Typically, if you're in the district, we try to find somebody within our district to appoint to the boards, but you must apply. Every May and June of each year, you put in an application, and we actually review them to see who do we want, to be on this board. I actually was able to get someone who was retired parks employee for the city of Dallas to be on our parks board. So think about the experience and wealth of experience he's going to bring to be in that position. So every year, every board meets at different times, and the frequency is different, maybe once a month. Now, I do know everybody wants to be on P&Z and parks. They want those 2 boards. Those are the most popular boards. So you're going to have to really do some work in that district for that councilman. It's not to campaign for him, but you out working to say, hey, I'm here for the city. That's how I pick my parks and my P&Z members. They out in the community doing things. Now, I started off on Commission of Aging. Angela and I, Dr. Lucky and I, we started on that together. I learned a lot about folks with needing wheelchairs and ramps and people parking and the handicaps and stuff like that. That was not my world. It's my world now. But I'm glad I learned stuff from back then about how that affect folks who needs that assistance. So get involved. I'm gonna say it again. There's more to life than watching a football game. There's a whole lot more out there. When you realize there are books out there, you can research history, true history. I'm into the true history. I buy books going back to the 1500s, 1400s, because you can see how the stories changed over the centuries. So that's important to me. Yeah, I'm not born in, I love golfing. I love riding my motorcycle. Yes, Anita. Mm-hmm.
This meeting tonight
Mm-hmm.
is on that. Perhaps that's another way that we can enhance with more communication, because I truly believe that I think everyone would agree that the reason that we have so many questions is because there is a lack of communication. And miscommunication happens when there's a lack of it. So maybe that may be an option where we can enhance and utilize that space a little more to put more things that are going on that digital communication. I know that it's limited probably because everybody wants to put their stuff up there, but perhaps that may be a way to inform the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't disagree with that. Trying to get the word out. And I'm happy to see this many people here tonight because you're concerned about what's going on. I've always said, just give me a call. I have nothing but the truth to give to you. You might not like it, but I'm just going to be honest with you and speak the truth. So you see something in the neighborhood, I said, go ahead and tell me. It's not going to bother me. You call me on a Saturday or email me. You're going to get a response back, I guarantee you, within 24 hours. I don't believe I've been longer than 24 hours responding back to anyone. Like the lady said, in 5 minutes, I said, oop, I'm get on it. I'm done. I want to get your concerns taken care of. So this is Q&A time. Not hearing anything. I appreciate you guys coming out. I'm just joking. But y'all have any questions? Sarah. That is, we're not going to sell it for apartments. We're not putting apartments on there. Let's make sure it's clear. No apartments, no multifamily. Robert. Oh. On Camp Wisdom coming around from High Hawk in Lake Parks. Yeah, I had to talk to Walter about that. They said the light was in and they're trying to find someone to install it. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. And just like on Arlington Webb Britton Road, it's the same thing. The light isn't there. The stop signs are still. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So that's why he can make that statement that we're not building apartments. Before, if and when we sell it, we will change the zoning on it prior to that. That does not allow apartments.
Yeah. Yeah, we own the land.
Well, it is. It's a big change for all of us. But that's the piece of property he's talking about.
Yeah.
But we can buy up all the.
Yes, Anita. Yes.
So I guess the question would be, when are we going to revisit?
Whenever we talked about that, whenever the community, I've always asked everyone, if you want me to come to your meetings, invite me. I'm never going to crash the party. If you want me to come to every meeting, if I'm available, I will come to every meeting. That's what I'm here for. So the survey, if y'all want me to bring information on that for the PID meeting next week, I'll bring it back again because we already put that out once to let the community know the results of the survey. So we had nothing to hide. And that's why we decided it'd probably be in our best interest to sell the land.
Yeah,
So,
Megan was very helpful with sending me that link again and reactivating that link.
Mhm.
So whoever Megan is, thank you.
She's the deputy city
So
manager.
that they made certain that I got that and I filtered it out to those on the liaison, the Grand Prairie liaison community group. so that we can relook at that survey so we can understand, one, what did the people want? Two, we know that they didn't want apartments, right? They didn't want anything built there. And so that we can meet with you to prepare a plan of what the community desires, not only there, but also we didn't get a communication on the land, the other piece of land that's at Travis and Lake Ridge.
Mhm.
But I understand that's already been rezoned. It's already been sold. I don't know.
I don't know if it's been sold,
It's
but
not been
it's been
sold yet, but
rezoned.
it's been rezoned.
But that's in District 4. So
Mhm.
I'm in District 6. So
Okay,
that's why
but
I just focus
we
on
never
6.
saw anything on that, even on the community
Okay,
website.
very good point. You know why? Because that community didn't say anything. They didn't come out. You guys, someone put on next door, we're going to put apartments there. And that was not true. And I saw it. Occasionally I do go through next door because I did find someone with some issues and we were able to resolve it. And they were happy that I found that issue. They put it on next door because there's a lot there, but there's a whole lot of bad, negative stuff there as well.
Yeah, it is.
So that district didn't come out and complain about them rezoning it because no one put out misinformation on what we're doing with that land. Yes, we own the land. So we can definitely be confident 100% saying what we're going to do with that land. Like the land by Hanging Low, hybrid houses or apartments. Those are your choices. But I have a third one. I got to work with him on that to see if he's willing to listen. So, hold on. Yes, ma'am.
I heard you say no apartments and no multifamily homes, but I think some of the hubbub on next door didn't say that. I think it said build to rent or build to something.
It said that as well.
And that has been removed from the verbiage as well, right?
Correct. I had it removed from planning and zoning so they wouldn't even vote on it when I saw it. Because I know I have a pretty good idea what you want in your district. But I know you don't want hybrid homes or apartments. I believe you're going to lean towards hybrid homes. But you got to let me know which one you want because that's right. Yep. I have a third one I think I can work with him on if he's willing to wait. But it's up to the developers. They want money. I'm not going to say because then you're going to hold me to it. I got to talk to the developer. It's his decision, not mine. So right now, by the time you have the meeting, whenever the meeting's scheduled, if that option is available, he'll let you know. So right. No, we're not making a decision. Think about it. We haven't made a decision. No, hold on. Think. You talk to him. The community is going to talk to him. That's right. Facilitating a meeting so y'all can hear from him, the developer. No decision has been made. Why? Because the community says, I want apartments. I'm going to motion for apartments. You say you want hybrid homes. So you have to let me know what you want. And I've spoken to some folks. Huh? Well, this one's ready. He's ready to go. No. You can't shut him down now. It is. But the law overrides the voice. Good point. All right, Anita. I agree with you. But think about this here. Senate Bill 840. We can pound on the door all day. That's why I want you, your committee, to speak to the developer. He's going to make that decision. You have to bring this collective body to that meeting not 5 folks on your committee. Bring everybody so he can see. No difference in the vape shop guy. You remember when I told you what he told me by law I can put the vape shop there, and hung up on me. And I told you he's doing his vape shop, but touchdowns. He was willing to meet with you guys to talk about what he could. So some people are going to work with us, some are not. I just wanted to. It's true.
And unfortunately, it came through before I could get to it. But I'm only one person.
Yeah.
I need people to come rally behind these matters. And it concerns you. And if you live in the community and you want your children to be safe, you want your house to appreciate and not depreciate, you want to come home and have curbside appeal, it's going to take your voice.
Anita. Okay. I hate to cut you off. Other folks have questions. Gina. Come on, Gina.
All right, I have a 3-part question.
You only get one. I'm serious.
Okay.
Because the other folks have questions. We can come.
Okay.
Loop around.
In Greenway Trails, we learned our lesson with Senate Bill 840. Have you heard any news about our gas station?
Yes. He emailed me today. They changed it around. I didn't look at it. I just the way it's going to face. They said we made the changes.
So it'll face 360 now. Did you get a chance?
I'm not. I'll call you tomorrow. But they said we made the changes. And he sent me the pictures. I just didn't have time to look at it today.
So progress is looking good. That's the main thing. Okay.
He's willing to. I was so glad you guys went to the gas station because he doesn't really want to build apartments. He was going to sell the land, and apartments were going to come. And I told you guys, if you build the apartments, the gas station, it's harder to build apartments because you're taking up a lot of land. And he knew that too.
And you educated us real quick. That's why we all made that 180. So I appreciate that.
Thank you there.
My
Number
second
2,
question-
okay.
So second question here, I know you're gonna cut me off. The sidewalk that you said, is that a District 6 parking across the sidewalk, or is that Grand Prairie?
Grand Prairie, citywide.
Citywide is a ticket for that.
No, you should not.
Okay.
My GPTX app takes pictures all day and goes right to code.
Okay. And my last thing is a thing about sidewalks. I know we talked about this. Is who we talk to about parking on one side of the street? Either the numbers are odd numbers in the community because it's so narrow.
Yeah. Call me. I forgot to follow up on that. Yeah, because there's a community I know that have that on one side of the street is reserved fire lane only.
Someone who hasn't asked a question.
Yeah. Okay. You have your PID?
We have a PID. They know where the direction is.
Okay. What about the HOA? Still working on it. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a question real quick. On Rosedale and Dolores, when you turn there, they got these cars parked. It's like we have to back up just to get around Dolores, to go around Joy, I think Diana. Yeah, Diane. That seems to be hard for us to get around there, and it looks like it's a safety issue. So we're just wondering, they parking cars along that area on the half-run sidewalk just as well. How does emergency cars get there?
It probably won't. So what I recommend you send me an email, and we can have code enforcement go out there and look into it.
Yeah, because you can't even turn because it's like half.
You're probably right, and I believe you.
Parked around there, and then they're not even only parked around there. It's around the whole thing around people's driveway just as well, and we have to wait, and we can't even park. We can't even move inside for them to
I
get through.
understand what you're saying. Nothing's going to happen until you contact me or the city. We can describe it all day. That's why I ask people, send me something in writing, and then we will take care from there. Make sure, hey, don't feel afraid to leave your number there, because I like to call you and let you know we've taken care of it. A lot of y'all don't leave your phone number, just only part of your address, and now we're emailing back, and some of you don't even put any email address in there, because how can we reach back to you? Yes, ma'am.
I was just wondering the process for developing a community garden, and would it be district-wide or would it be a neighborhood thing?
It's district-wide. So if you have an area you like to start a community garden, reach out to the Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think I missed it when you guys said, I heard you said that the community didn't respond, but what did you say they were going to put on Travis and Lake Ridge, the property there? Did they opt to apartments? Nothing. So
no,
so Grand Prairie owns it.
No, we still own it right now. We just rezoned it so we don't want to put apartments there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Can you talk quickly about a right turn red arrow at stoplights? Golden Meadow. It's just like a left turn red arrow, so you have to stop and wait for it to change. There's a right turn red arrow, and I've read and heard conflicting things. That I've read that you have to stop until it turns green.
And what's the exact location? I'm sorry. Okay, if it's a red right turn arrow, it's like a stop sign. So you still have to come to a complete stop, and then if it's clear to turn right, correct. Yes. Now, the only difference is Great Southwest and Lake Ridge, for instance, there are 2 right turn lanes. Only the far right lane can turn right on red. Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
The pools that can be accessible to everybody in Grand Prairie, like they have the neighborhood pools, because there's some neighborhoods, for example, Lakeway Estates, that's where I stay at, they don't have any pools that are accessible, and so there's no pools to go to unless you go with a friend to like where the Miralagos pool or something, or you go and pay for one. So I wanted to know if there's a way that you guys can build pools that are accessible to the community, even if it's just the Grand Prairie community, that are also free to go to, like how parks are and stuff, unless there are some that I don't know of. Yeah.
Yeah, very good point. What you have to do is when we're having these meetings about the parks master plan, come to the meetings and ask the question, and where can they put it on the master plan for the future? And then we can go to the community and let them know, hey, we're thinking about putting a pool here. A lot of folks may support it. Then a lot of folks say, no, I don't want the pool in my neighborhood. What I've learned is that there's honestly a movement against youth in District 6. They don't want youth having anything. And if they don't have somewhere to go, they're going to get into trouble doing other things. So even in District 4, Councilman Lopez, nobody wants to do things for youth. Where are they going to go? Everybody can't go to the Epic. It's too far. Everyone can't go up there. So that's the closest center that you can go to with a pool. And you have to become a member there. The YMCA has a pool that's outdoors, but we're looking for something that you might want to do year round, indoor pools. But yeah, Kirby Creek is another one. But if you live in Greenway Trails, you're definitely not going to drive all the way up here to go to a pool. There's nothing south of the bridge, city facilities to support recreation and different things like that. And I've said that since 2021. If y'all don't want it, you're not going to get it. But if you want it, you got to fight the opposition who doesn't want it. And you got to be willing to stand firm on your decision. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not being negative, but I'm here to support the majority decision. And Anita left, she got the survey. But she went and got the survey, the results. A lot of folks didn't participate. People are still asking me today, when are we going to build the community center? I said, that ship is sailed. It's sailed. Exactly. That's how it was. So there's no clear guidance. Just like the recycle bins and the trash receptacles. 50% said yes, 50% said no. It's really like 48 and 48%. So what do we do? But we're about to be forced now because the Republic, our services could be reduced to 2 days to 1 day because they don't have workers. And they're paying like $74,000 to $80,000 a year to be on the back of that truck. And they still can't get people to do it consistently. Yes, sir.
Just real quick, you said that ship sailed, but if I'm correct,
I said, well, I've told people in the past that ship has sailed, but I know we're trying to
okay, I just
bring.
wanted
I know.
because that
I'm
episode.
gonna hurt you, Robert.
Mhm.
Trying to get me tripped up here.
I heard the ship has sailed.
Hey, I used that because I was a sailor. The ship has sailed. It didn't fly away on a plane. He was the Air Force pilot at that. So, anyone else? Anybody else? Going once, twice? We can get out of here early. All right, Sarah.
Thanks, Kurt. Do we know if there are any plans for the land that is across from Drafts? I know right now it's.
Oh, yeah.
vacant. I don't know who owns it, or I don't know anything.
We just passed. It's zone commercial. The developer is going to build two-story buildings there. If you recall, earlier this year, he wanted to build a Little Caesars Pizza, and I said, "Why?" There's a Little Caesars Pizza, and yeah. So why are we going to build it here? The way I was able to deny it is that he wanted the drive-through window, and that was the SUP, and I said no. He said, "Well, no, it was not a drive-through window; it's a pickup window." I said, "It's too late now." so he's going to come back again, and when he comes back, I'm going to send it back out to you guys because I sent that out, and the people who responded the most were at the apartment complex. They said, "We don't want Little Caesars." They're the ones who responded. So when I send stuff out, I need y'all to come put pressure on them because I'm going to support you 100%. I've told developers, I'm not here to represent you. I represent the people in my district, so it doesn't matter to me.
Kurt, you mentioned that you sent.
I hear a voice. Oh, yeah.
You mentioned that you sent the information out.
Mm-hmm.
With the community action group that Anita's trying to get going, would you be sending that out to her so
I will.
it can? Okay,
I will.
That way we, as she mentioned, help be your voice.
Yes.
For the community.
Yes.
Okay.
You heard it here. I would send it to Anita and to your management companies that I've sent stuff to, and they said we didn't think it was urgent, so they didn't send it out. 3 days later,
Maybe
the issue
put
is
urgent in the subject.
Huh?
Maybe put urgent in the subject.
I would think if it's coming from the council member or the mayor, it's got to be urgent because it's for you guys to vote on something. But, huh? No, they're right down there on in Mar-a-Lago's clubhouse. Yeah. No. I'm sending it to folks in that office there. Yeah. Is that it? Tuesday night. Y'all need to come. No, next city council meeting is this coming Tuesday night. There's things on there. They talked about the HFCs. It's because it's not every other Tuesday. We might have one meeting that month, like in July. And then we might have one in December. So you just have to look on the dates. So I encourage you. Here's another thing. The council meeting is Tuesday. By tomorrow, you can go to the website and look up the agenda. And there it's going to say agenda and packet. Two things. The packet is what we review. So what we're seeing, we give to y'all to look at as well. And I highly recommend you go through that and read the packet. That's where all the information is. The agenda is one thing, but the packet has all the supporting documentation that we have to look at. There's a lot coming on. Y'all just need to continue to be a voice, to be heard. And I'm here to support you 100%. With that being said, thank you for coming out. Huh?
This presentation will be available on the website on his webpage if you'd like to review it, as well as the video.
Anybody want any recycling bins?